Hello everyone, as the sound of a lovely running brook in the background. We are in the battlefields of North and South. And this is the Dixieland Army Saturday Line Battle. So welcome. I hope you enjoy. Now, you can see we have members of Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama in here. And you can see Virginians, Michigans, Texans. Now VMI could be volunteer Michigan infantry, I'm not 100% certain. So I'm sure they'll correct me. And of course you've got the 18th New York militia in there as well. So, let's see if we can get an idea of what's going on, because we've got some guys moving out over here. As there you can see Colonel Miggs from the 9th Alabama. He's moving out with his boys, and at the back there is Volunteer Melting Fire, and these guys are making their way over towards this brook, following in behind their colleagues. Now, their colleagues here are the 5th Georgian, so fine fellows from the lovely state of Georgia, and Captain Arkansas from the 5th, getting the boys set up, ready to go. Behind the cover of this farmstead, we wait and see what happens. Now, you can hear the whistling of the cannonballs in the background. And here's Snowy Owl, Lieutenant of Georgia. So, we're going to sniff around and look around. Now here, from the 8th Virginia, there's Captain Horse. Nay, nay, thrice nay. And the cannons are being run by the 18th New York. There's Ufowinski and Corporal Titan from the New York militia. And they look fine now. Who's getting set up? Mercenary Natalie and Mercenary The from the New York militia. And going past with the flag, Picket Staff, Major Daniels. So, looks like we've got some staff members here out in the field. Following in behind the 8th Virginia, the corporal at the back. So, there's Sergeant Polish, looking very buxom this evening. And here is Lady Romaine from 1st Lieutenant of the 9th Texan. And there is Lady Moraine, leading the boys forward from the 9th Texas. And you can see Dashed Fishy, what a fantastic name, Mr. Fish. The mighty fish. And these guys getting, you can see now Chunky now getting the bayonets set up. Ready, prepared. And the war cries being sounded as the cannon reports and bounces over the top of the hill. Could this be a quick attack into the artillery? Here's Corporal Mr. Littles from North Carolina. Yep, there's dodging going on left and right, so you can see now this is the Texans attacking the North Carolinians. Oh, correction, right over the top of their head. Look at that. As there's Lady Romaine and the rest moving in. And these guys have not had a chance to build any kind of defences. And there's Lady Moraine loading the pistol. And now the Texans are going after the artillery. Oh, Moraine shooting down Corporal Wilhelm. Oh dear. And there goes Colonel Froggy DA from North Carolina. Bled to death. So unfortunately... Oh dear, there's fire coming in. The reinforcements have arrived with First Sergeant Iron Pally Archimedes and Etumbre Cadet of North Carolina. Down goes Lady Moraine. Down goes Lady Romaine. And Dashed Fishy is sliced. And Chunky is no more. Defending himself. It's Zafinski. Oh, stabbed horribly by Sergeant Will, the fine sergeant of North Carolina, and that is the Texans. But they've done their duty. They've taken down the artillery. Now the question is whether or not they can actually get that artillery back up and running, because you're going to have the howitzer and the standard cannon. So let's see. Let's find out what's going on. Now here is Natalie. Oh, here we go. The VMI. First Sergeant Lewis Field. You can see these guys. There's Cad Thompson, Colonel Josh, Lady Midnight, and Brigadier General Wetzel. Firing through the cornfields. Look at that. Oh, that's a dangerous position. But a nice shot there from Dark Abyss into Sergeant Will. And you can see them firing across here into this farmstead, which is being defended by the Georgian regiment. You can see they've lost a few of their members. Or at least only one, I'd say, at the moment. So it's looking pretty good for the Georgians. Let's see. And the war cries continue. Yep, they've lost a few people. That looks like a commanding officer is either dead or he's relaxing on his back. He's trying to, you know, may pull the muscle on his back and he's been told to lie down and stretch out. But there's a good chance he's also dead. But, you know, we'll go over those later. We'll gloss over that detail. Now, you can see here Colonel Miggs from the 9th Alabama now moving the boys down to the right-hand side as Mercenary the appears to have shot. Colonel Drack accidentally shot the mercenary. So it's gonna basically means they're gonna get charged a lot more for mercenaries next week. As Corporal Mr. Little from North Carolina, one of the few remaining cannoneers. And there also Private Daniel with his ramrod. Getting away from that location where Lady Moraine and the Texans took out the artillery. And a flag has been planted to show ownership of the Union Army on the artillery. So, we move back to the Michigan. Let's see what's going on with the 9th Alabama. Here's Volunteer Wall. And there is a very nice scarecrow made of straw and hay. Mostly straw.
Kill those Yankee scum.
Well, precisely. And you can see these guys making their way through the cornfield. Good reason here to hide their numbers, but the bullet cracks are still going all around them as Colonel Miggs is moving out and trying to get his guys behind some sort of cover, because he's going to come under fire probably pretty soon. And this is going to be a problem for Miggs, because he could lose his boys, and that would be a major problem for him. He wants to get them to cover, get them into an advantageous position as quickly as he possibly can. So, let's go and have a look. There's Natalie. Here, of course, is the VMI continuing to hold this point together. And here is the 5th Georgians. Aha! The Georgians are now under pressure, being pushed by the members of the 8th Virginia. Here's Captain Horse. Oh, there goes Captain Horse. Taken down by Imperial pilots with a fine shot. And now you can see them. Lieutenant Colonel Bear moving in from the 23rd Pennsylvania. And looks like he's got another guy up there. Arkansas gets taken down. There's Signal Sergeant Cone. Also from the 8th Virginia. In he goes. Bayonet is fixed. Looking for an opportunity. And shoots to death Corporal Atrio. And then gets brutally stabbed in reply by Private Daniel. And the murdering is continuing out here in the field. As you can see, Imperial pilots going in for a stab into Private Razor 1911, I should say. And so the Georgians have managed to hold that position. Corporal Whitman holds on to his ramrod, as in the thing that he uses to push into the cannon. Yeah, okay, we're not even anywhere near that one. That's going to go downhill from that point onwards, really, to be honest, as Imperial pilot reloads, and Archduke, veteran private, moves up to support his teammates. Now, you've got a couple of guys coming in here from the 9th Alabama Volunteer Noir. Now, who's this tail end Charlie at the back? Volunteer Wall from the 9th. Now, 13 versus 10. So it's still... Oh no, Imperial pilot shot down by Redbeard. Brutal, brutal fire. And as you can see, an unceremonious end for Imperial pilot. So, oh dear, we've lost Sato the Gamer as well. Another one dies on the fence. Let's just wait and see. As there, the puffs of smoke indicate the enemy charging through the cornfield. We could be talking a melee in the cornfields here as the end of the first round, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Fire coming in. Nobody's managed to get a kill yet on that charge, and the melee will now get underway. You got to watch out for people wearing skirts. Very scary stuff. And you can see down goes Volunteer Noir, down goes Private Daniel, and more stabby goodness is occurring with Corporal Whitman. Melting fire, murdered horribly by the Colour Sergeant from the VMI. Down goes another one, Killer Dankman. Wetzel is no more. Fidrad also. Who is left? Volunteer Wall. And now they seek him out. Volunteer Wall is now being sought. There he is. Volunteer Wall is indicated. And this is the last stand of the wall. And he ain't standing no more. McGrath stabs him in the face. And we'll move on to the next round and a quick map change. We'll be right back. And so after a quick map change, we return to the location of the Confederate States of America. And the battle. Oh, this could be the 9th Texan. Let's just quickly check. Correction, it's the Union. My apologies. Oh, look at that. Great big huge mortar. Explosive device loaded. Mercenary The is in command of that. And Ofinsky. And waiting. Hopefully to get a nice shot. As look at that. A lovely canister shot taking down one of the enemy. As look at that. You can hear the cannonballs bouncing. And obviously you can see here the earthworks being created by the fine engineers of the Union Army. Mercenary Natalie, look at that.
What a piece of rubbish.
Oh, okay. Doesn't think much of her own engineering work. But never mind. Now, is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. It is the mighty and well-known two-dimensional bird. Hello, two-dimensional bird. And you can see that the explosions are dropping down here from the artillery. And they seem to be getting close to their range. You can hear the balls, the cannonballs whistling over the top, and look at that cratering there into the defensive position as Corporal Whitman and others, and you've got this gentleman Private Daniel with his mortar, as you can see, loaded and ready to go. Waiting for the off. And there it is. So, oh dear, look at this. The Georgians have already got involved in a little bit of melee. As down goes Colonel Pear from the 23rd Pennsylvania. So the Georgians already claimed some victims. Major Daniels from the picket staff is down. Spartan here. PFC in the 8th Virginia. Oh, a fine stab into Dark Hashman. And you can... Oh dear, did you see that? Wow. And Spartan continuing to do a little bit of melee work here as we watch him. Oh, look at this fine melee work. Ah, but not fine enough as he gets taken down by David J.E. And Recruit Thompson, the last man from the 8th Virginia, remaining... Oh, stabbed in the bottom by Pop-Tart of War. the most warlike of all the Pop-Tarts. And so, these guys... Oh, heavens! Corporal Whitman taking down Lady Wilhelm and the Fishy. And a nice explosion takes down Colonel Drack from the New York militia. Poor Fishy complaining of being cannon fodder. The life of a fish. So, I'm Pally from the North Carolina Regiment. The Coward Scott, Colour Sergeant for the 26th North Carolina. Now, let's see if we can get an idea on what's going on with these guys, because we've got a section over here from Georgia who are hiding behind these rather sturdy walls. There we go, Pop-Tarts saluting to the boys as they make their way past. Good show of respect, also nice to see, as poor old Afinsky has bled to death on the battlefield. Now here is Redbeard, Second Lieutenant of the VMI, and there is Colour Corporal, I guess, Fidranth, and over here is Maxlink 231. Now, these guys, good position, putting down a little bit of fire onto the defences. Now, this is... Oh, look at that! Oh, wow. Fantastic timing. Just looked great. Looks so good. But you can see here Mercenary Natalie doing fine work with the engineering. And Mercenary doing a good job. As poor old Lady Moraine is complaining about being aimed for. Oh, Nelly, down goes Mercenary the. And you can see Ian 322 finally getting his range. As poor old Natalie.
Try to leave the pretty ones alive.
Apparently that's not what has occurred. They've lost their mortar now, and this could be a dangerous situation for them. You can see cannon over here is down. Cannon howitzer there. And mortar. Now what's coming here? Here is Lady Moraine leading forward the boys with Lady Remain. And they're going to...
Is that all you got?
Work with these guys to try and offer some support. Oh, here comes the enemy. And they're dodging. As the Coward Scott leads the North Carolinas into battle. Down goes Arkansas. And let's see what happens. They charge into the battlefield. Going after the artillery. Multiple members of the artillery team are down. Oh, look at that. Volunteer or Private McGrath catching a cannonball from Whitman. A lovely shot there. As you can see, Cordobo or Cordo Babe and Mercenary Natalie still building those defences right to the end with Lady Moraine. Oh, look at that. Oh, Lady Moraine literally just avoiding a cannonball by inches. Wow, don't know how she does it. So, let's see. She's now backing off as Brigadier General Wetzel holds the position. So, the Coward Scott moving in. Out comes a pistol, but no, he's stabbed by Titan. Oh, beautiful stab by Titan there. The Coward Scott is no longer cowardly and is no longer Scott. As now you can see Corporal Titan continuing to work his magic with the bayonet as poor old Chunky gets taken down. And you can see Titan doing a good job right. Lady Remain taken down by the Pop-Tarts. Mercenary Natalie fighting for his life, or her life. Sergeant Verigar dead. Lady Moraine continues to survive. And charging into the battle. There we go. Oh, nice block there by Lady Moraine, trying to get in there and do a little bit of stabby goodness. Oh, explosive box alert. Oh dear, no TNT. Silly, silly, silly. Oh dear. Oh, Moraine again with the avoiding of the cannonballs. Wow. Fine moments here. As we can see, the final battle of the Confederacy and the Union forces continues. As David J.E., survivor again from Georgia. Look at that fine blocking coming in from David. Oh, but no, he finally loses the block attack. Or the block defense, I should say. And now, Lewis Field and the guys are searching for the remaining members of the Confederate State Army. And here is one of them. Sergeant Archimedes, I should say. 26 North Carolina gets the pistol out. Oh, and shoots poor Max Link in the background. A nice headshot into Max. However, poor old Rip the Link.
You're mine.
And Lewis Field cuts him to pieces. Uh-oh. Who's the man left? It's Mr. Littles, Corporal Littles. And he's defending himself with a Johnson's baby bud. This is going to go well.
You're pathetic.
Look at this fine baby bud work here from Mr. Littles. Oh, one stab. Oh, another stab. And a slice in the back. And Lady Moraine getting a team kill at the same time. Lovely stuff. We'll move on to the next round. So we're starting off in the water. As the cannonballs whistle over the head. Oh, Nelly! A good start there. Mercenary Natalie taken down by Colonel Drac. Facepalm. Oh dear, Colonel Drac. What happened? Dear, oh dear. Yeah, that worked out well, didn't it? Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And there's Colonel Drac working the howitzer. Never mind. What a fantastic noise that is. So, you can see the howitzers firing back. And here is Private Marcus. And look at that. The howitzer a little bit to the left. But they've got the right range. Well, they need to hit it a little bit to the right. And away goes the howitzer shots and the cannon shots. And, oh, look at this. Floopsy Bunny. Engineer from North Carolina. Doing his duty as the coward Scott has got into a battle. Already, look at this. There we go. There's the North Carolinas looking at these guys as they're making their way. As there is Stumbright getting involved with a little bit of bayonet-y fun. And veteran Private Crispy also doing it. Ouch. As Colonel Josh from the VMI is taken apart. Courtesy of a little bit of bayonet-y fun. As the coward Scott. Looks like, yep, there we go. A little bit of medicing work being done by the boys. To make sure that nobody bleeds to death after the confrontation on the battlefield. So, Archimedes moving forward. Oh dear. That's not going to be good. Smithy saluting. He needs some medicing. Smithy needs the medicing. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. He needs medic. Come on, quick, medic him. There we go. The bleeding stopped. Fantastic stuff. Oh, no. Oh, Corbo Babe is taken down. A fine shot by Dast Fishy. And you can see some distance away. And there goes Colonel Drac again. Wow. Not having a good run today is poor Colonel Drac. As we move over and see what's going on over here. And there's Ian, I should say, 322. Cannoneer Marcus. And look at this, the Georgians getting involved with a nice little bit of melee fun with the 8th Virginia. And you can see them doing their best to try and subdue them with a bayonet to the chest there. Devoid taking down Cone, but still the fire coming in. That's Fishy getting involved with that bayonet goodness.
You want to fight? Try me.
Lady Remain going up. Volunteer Devoid tries to fire his last cartridge. Oh, look at that, a little bit of a kick. Uh-oh. Volunteer Devoid deciding to cheese it. Being chased by Sergeant Chunky. Can he get close enough? I don't think he can. The chunky one will not be able to make it far enough. Or fast enough. Down goes Lady Moraine, killed by Archimedes. Here's Archimedes. Ouch! Lady Remain also down. Tango down. And you can see Recruit John from the 9th Alabama. Look at this. Oh dear no. Smithy with a kill onto Recruit John. That didn't go so well.
Kill those Yankee scum.
For the Fishy Land, we heartily approve. And poor old Lady Wilhelm got murdered horribly. And we shall move on to the next round as the Fishy goes down. Well and truly sliced. And here we are after a map change. You can see the guys from the Confederate States of America moving out. Getting set up. Cannoneers like Jan 322. Moving the cannons into position. It's fine. Casting work being done here. Look at that shiny cannon. The howitzer. Look at that, isn't that lovely? There we go. And obviously, you see the old screw device there. They're cleaning out the cannon barrel. And engineering. It's Floopsy Bunny. Very quick to put down those earthworks. Down goes mercenary Natalie. Killed already by Corporal Whitman. Melting fire. Now, let's see. What are the guys up to? There's Marcus. So they've split their cannons out. That's definitely a good idea. Redbeard catching a cannonball. And here are the Georgians. Fixing bayonets. Ready to move out. Ouch! Private Marcus dead. Catching a cannonball. As Captain Arkinson moves out with the Georgians in their fine green uniforms. Look at the boys spreading out. Look at that, fantastic to watch. The reason they're spreading out is they see their quarry up ahead. It's the Night Texan, there's Lady Moraine. They fire, try and kill as many as possible. Down goes Lady Moraine, down goes Fishy, down goes Lady Remain. And Colonel Josh is murdered. Lady Midnight and Lady Wilhelm. And so an attempt there to stop the Georgian steamroller was unsuccessful. As the Pop-Tart of war has been executed for firing in the charge. Horse assassination is occurring out here in the field by the Georgian regiment. And that was slightly alarming that the commanding officer, or sergeant soldier there, fired at the horse from 2 seconds or less than a foot away and missed the first shot. But never mind. Anyway, Whitman with another claiming of victims with the cannonball. Colonel Bear and Razor 1911. So the howitzer continues its deadly work. Proving the point, taking down Major Daniels from picket staff. And more cannonballs coming in. Captain Horse. Oh, wow. The North Carolinian artillery are doing fantastic job today. Really, really good. Just seem to have got their eye in today. So, here we see the 26th making their way over towards the cornfields with the coward Scott, Colour Sergeant, pushing the boys forward. Now we can see some melee occurring out here on the kill feed. And here we go, we're looking at Polish Sergeant of the 8th Virginia.
Let's cut the blighters open!
Well, let's do that indeed. Ouch! Down goes Polish. Shot horribly. And Killer Dankman got the bayonet out, going in for a quick stab. Does he get a second one? Another stab. And Killer Dankman working together with his teammate. And Katari is finished off. Who's this? There's Cadet Katumbre. Who's this over here? Last man standing, may not be standing for long. It's the hated Gurumbar. And look at that. A nice team kill has been forced. And a good kill into Archimedes. And down. And another team kill. Forcing 2 team kills. That's exactly the kind of thing that Gurumbar would be looking for. So, 1 member of the Union Army remains. Where can they be? Aha! This is our boy. It's Colonel Drac. How the hell did Colonel Drac survive this long? So far, he's caught every single cannonball. 1 stab, 2 stabs, a forced team kill. And down goes Drac. And a team kill into Colonel Miggs. Fantastic. We'll move on to the next round. So we're back on the next round. And let's see how the Union get on this time, because obviously they've lost quite a few to the Confederate States. Confederate States playing quite well tonight. The Union not having a huge run of luck. I mean, it doesn't help with Corporal Whitman with 9 kills and 0 deaths with that cannonball.
Now you die!
Thank you. That cannonball sniping that he's doing this evening. Colonel Drac is hoping to repay the favour. Mercenary The also in there. Got to make sure he doesn't get too close to the cannonball. Away goes the cannon. Past the horsey. And through the woods. Towards... Oh dear. Sergeant Soldier has just killed Imperial Pilot. And here's Corbo Babe from the North Carolinians. As there we go, the first claim of Whitman. And here's Marcus. Did you see that cannonball bounce between those guys? Oh wow, that was fantastic. What's going on over here? Mercenary Naste. Private Daniel. There, of course, Floopsy Bunny doing his work. Mr. Littles. And Corporal Whitman, the mass murdering cannoneer. So, they've turned, now they're attacking. Let's see. Or are they defending? No, they're defending. A little bit of fire coming in. Pistols. At dawn, from the coward Scott, finally draws his sword. There's Lance Corporal Hancock from North Carolina. Taking a little bit of a stab. We'll have to wait and see as Corporal Little goes down. Down goes Whitman as well. Oh, they've lost Whitman, their mass murdering cannoneer. That's going to be a problem for them, and it looks like that the guys did the right thing. They went for the artillery as quickly as they could. So, that then means that it's an advantage still for the Union. Or I should say the Union remains an advantage. There we go, they've just lost another one. Cad Thompson, down. goes Floopsy Bunny. So it's only an advantage of 6 people, but the cannon is no more. Worked here by the 8th Virginia. Good job taking them down, with Cone leading the boys forward. So, what's going on over here? Lady Romaine seems to be slightly AFK. Colonel Drac
Try to leave the pretty ones alive.
and Mercenary Natalie working together on the cannons. Now, the North Carolinians taking cover, or at least his commanding officer sniffing around that area. Here is Private Daniel from North Carolina, and on the other side of the cornfield, it is the Georgian regiment. And there we go. They immediately move. The command has been given, and now you can see Captain Arkinson moving the boys to a safer location. This could be interesting. This could be very interesting indeed. As on one side, we have the Confederate State Army. On the other side, we have the Union. Oh, this could be a problem. Who's dodging? It's Gumbar. Dodging us all over the place. Fantastic dodging coming in from him. He is now going to cheese it in the opposite direction, hiding from what will be the inevitable attack. Waiting with the bayonets. Hoping, waiting for them to take down. Down goes Colonel Josh, and out he comes. The hated Gumbar. Now out. Oh, the pistol's out. Gumbar might take a pistol shot from Arkinson. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Out comes the rifle butt. For Lady Midnight, it's not going to go very well for Lady Midnight with a little bit of butt action. Ouch! Down goes Snowy Owl, shot by McGrath at close range. And here Lewis Field is fighting against David J.E. A nice stab into Arkinson. Bleeding out horribly, Archduke defending for his life. As more stabbing occurs. As hated Gumbar defending himself from multiple people. And the Union has won the round. And Gumbar ends it with a team kill. Fantastic. We'll move on. And we return. Hiding in a bush. Watching as the Union forces make their way out from the camp. Obviously, it's not exactly what you call the best hiding place in the world. But it might work out, you never know. But we need to keep our voice down so the guys don't hear us as they move out to the battlefield. See if we can move to a new bush. This is more a patch of grass. Let's move to this one. See if they see us. No. You can see the cavalry, the artillery horses moving out. And there. Let's sneak up. As we move over here. Looking for the artillery. As there we go. Down goes Sato the Gamer. And we'll move up over the top of this hill. And see what we can see. There we go. Oh Nelly, look at that. Down goes Lady Midnight and Wetzel. More cannon murdering from this man here. Stone Cold Cannonball Killer. Always good to see. So we'll just be standing here, disguised as a tree. Keeping an eye on these guys. There's another kill by Corporal Whitman. And a random horse. Who seems to be bored. So, look at that. Cannonball strikes into the hill. Brutal stuff. And down goes another one. Recruit Qatari. Look at that. Whitman with 4 kills already. And we're literally not even 4 minutes into the battle. And you can see some members of the opposing forces fleeing That is 18th Mercenary the Corporal Drac, Colonel Drac.
Try me!
Mercenary Natalie. The artillery has been intercepted. Oh, look at that. And Mercenary taken down, and Lady Moraine killed again. Wow. Fantastic shot there. As Razor 1911 now getting stabbed by Sergeant Will. And here's the coward Scott working with Private Crispy. Not anymore, he's not Crispy no more, as Lady Romaine takes him down. Archimedes with a fine stab into Polish. Over here on the right side, Confederate state defended by Mr. Man, the Brigadier General, who is brutally stabbed. No more. As in the centre, we have a man fighting for his life, and the coward Scott. Life comes to a sudden, tragic, and very violent and bloody end. But Dark Abyss remains alive. Ouch! Down goes Archimedes. More stabbing is occurring. A nice stabbing from Dark Abyss. But his attempt is blocked, and a fine kill until there. Lady Romaine gets the team kill. So, poor Dark Abyss, why does he always get TK'd? Poor Dark. So, let's have a look at the difference in numbers. It's not that much different, except for cannonballs flying in between people, which is not really conducive to good health, I have to say. There's Max Link. And there is Volunteer McGrath, or Veteran Private McGrath. And Colour Sergeant CJH from the VMI. Now, what are they going to do? There we go, Whitman again. Yeah, that's a bit gross. Whoever did those sound designs for that death, just disgusting. I'm sorry, Hinkle, but that's just terrible. It's very grim.
Huzzah!
But still very good. Anyway, Recruit Thompson from the 8th Virginia. And now, see if we can find out. There's 9 members. Oh, Jesus Christ. 9 members of the Union is all that remains. Heavens above. That's really bad. The Union have just been absolutely air-conditioned by a combination of rifle fire and cannonballs. And there's another one. Poor old Dizzy is no more. And let's see. There's a random horse passes through the battlefield, and CJH moves forward with the lads. Now there goes Lady Romaine, and we move over to the 5th Georgian as these guys are making their way up. With Captain Arkansas from Georgia. Down goes Das Fishy. Can we find the North Carolinians? Here we go. There he is, Colonel Froggy, the fine commanding officer of the North Carolinian Regiment. A name of much history in North and South. Now they're supported by the Georgian Regiment. Fine brave fellows from Georgia. Green uniforms looking very, very smart in the battlefield. And down goes Corporal Fidranth, killed by Ian 322. So Mercenary Nast, Private Daniel, and Ian 322 are defending that position. Now, what's going on over here? Here is CJH moving up, looking for an opportunity maybe to get a kill onto the Cannoneers. kill. No, he's missed it. But his bayonet is fixed. And he's going after Floopsy. Floopsy, who's the engineer. Axe goodness here from Floopsy, but his attacks are being blocked. And he's got 2 on him. This is going to be a dangerous situation for Floopsy. Can he get that all-important slice? No, he can't. Thompson. Ouch. Down goes CJH. Down goes Thompson as well. Killed by Soldier and Snowy Owl. And the reason why is these boys from Georgia helping out. Recruit Thompson finished off. 2 remaining members of the Union forces remain. Where could they be?
I'll rip you apart.
Mercenary Natalie, maybe. Could be one. Yep, looks like it. Mercenary Natalie deciding to cheese it in the opposite direction. Maybe to try and get a rifle with a bayonet.
All you got?
Colonel Drac is murdered. And this is the last person remaining. And Mercenary Nat. Oh, fine. Slice by Mercenary Nat into Volunteer Noir. Quick block. Oh, a quick attempt. And another kill into Colonel Miggs from Natalie. Natalie doing a fantastic job here. Charge indeed. But finally, taken down by Volunteer Melting Fire. And so we are inordinately blessed by having 3 two-dimensional birds in the battlefield sky today. Now, I guess under the circumstances, I suppose they will be vultures as opposed to just random birds. But nevertheless, they are always welcome in our battles. So this is the final round, ladies and gentlemen, the final round of the Dixieland Army line battle for this Saturday evening. And here is Quartermaster Sergeant Smitty from North Carolina. Sword drawn by the coward Scott. As the cannonballs go flying over the top of heads. And we watch them as they make their way forward. We follow them in closely as Floopsy Bunny is dead already. And we watch very carefully. See if we can get an idea of their quarry. Mercenary The. Oh dear, Mercenary The is in trouble now. He's going to start dodging as best he can. It's going to be very nasty for him as Cad Thompson takes down Recruit John from the 9th Alabama. And all this man has got to fight with is a Johnson's baby bud and a lighting wand. It's not going to go well. Is he going to be able to sneak past them? Look at this. With probably a small toothpick to defend himself. As down goes Colonel Miggs. And there we go. They've lost interest in him. But what is he going to do, Mercenary The? Uh-oh. Looks like he may be alright. So, what is going on here? Veteran Private Marcus is at 1 with nature. David J. working together with the other members of the Georgian regiment. They've claimed a few victims. You can see up here on the hill. They are claiming the victims from the VMI. Fidranth. More Fidranth. And McGrath. And Colonel Drac. Unfortunately, he didn't get to move his cannon to where he would have liked. And has been unable to unlimber it properly. And so the cannon is effectively out of action. We'll wait and see.
Let's cut the blighters open.
Very nasty situation. And now you can see Veteran McGrath moving up. Oh, the commentator's curse. Redbeard and Max Link catching a cannonball just at the moment the camera finds them. Brigadier General Wetzel sadly bleeding to death, courtesy of Corporal Castile. And who's this over here?
You're pathetic.
Mercenary Natalie and Colonel Drac about to have his earwax cleaned out by his colleague Mercenary The. Now, it looks like they may be in luck. They may be able to still load it. So, the cannonballs continue to bounce between the regiments as Cad Thompson, Archduke, is cut down. And let's see. There is Chunky. And here, the fine members of the... Oh, no! Oh, Whitman. Wow. A fine shot by Whitman. And multiple members of the 19th Texan are finished off with a brutal artillery strike. And Lady Moraine still being fired at as Chunky and Lieutenant Colonel Bear push up in that general direction. Pistols are out. Down goes the coward Scots, killed by Gumbar. And because they're now being attacked from multiple directions. And this is going to be a very dangerous situation. As a little bit of random drive-by saluting being done by Mr. Littles. There we go, he wants to get that medic in. And his medic dies, and then Littles, sadly bandaged, but was not able to avoid the nasty sword that finished the job.
Try me.
Wanna fight? Try me. So,
Come on, you bastards!
let's see. One member of the Confederacy now shot down by Marcus, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dixieland Army battle for this evening. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this commentary. Feel free to leave comments, let me know what you think if you're happy with it. And thank you, of course, to all the regiments for attending and for the admins. We thank you. Take care.